How are you doing this evening? I hope you're doing all right. Long time no see. I hope everything's been going all right on your end of the world. Uh, did you have a good 4th of July? I didn't really do nothing for my 4th. I went to a friend's house and well, maybe they'll be finished here pretty soon. You ain't got to worry about keeping looking at them. I really didn't do much for the 4th, just went to a friend's house and watched some movies, and that was pretty much my 4th of July. And today after I got off work, I went to one of the locally owned grocery stores and took advantage of the after force sales they had going on, and didn't really find a whole lot I wanted, but it still turned out pretty good. And then since I've been back home, I've been having to fight stupid ants coming out of everywhere. I've been using a vacuum cleaner to get them up. Been in a pain in the butt to have to deal with them. Worst part of it is I got poison out for them, and got some last night when I was at Walmart, but that doesn't seem to that ought to be interesting to see how that turns out. I ain't real for sure what that is, but maybe they'll do a good job on it and hurry up and get done with it. We finally got some rain today for the first time in a month, and it really didn't last long, probably 15, 20 minutes, and it was done and over with. And they had a chance of rain up for this evening, but from what I've seen on radar, it's going below us. I doubt we'll get any unless we get one of them surprise pop-up storms come through. Missed you in the last live stream we did. Yeah, y'all got some of that rain over there that came through and hit us. I think it was around noon, something like that, when it came through. It probably, like I said, 15, 20 minutes, and it was over with, and just made it harder, all it really did around here. That ant poison looking like it's being a waste of $4. I should have known better than getting that. But as many of them I sucked up into a vacuum, you wouldn't think there wouldn't be many of them left, but it seems like they keep multiplying every time I turn around. That's the only good thing I like about fall and winters. You ain't got to deal with them buttholes. But the good thing is I got plenty of Dr. Pepper to last me for a while, so I ain't gotta worry about that. I'll show you. So I shouldn't run out of Dr. Pepper anytime soon. And I'll show you that spot them ants are coming through at, and you see what I've been having to deal with. Don't know why they picked that spot in the floor to want to come out at, but they've been a pain in the butt to deal with. Hey, I can't stand not having Dr. Peppers to drink on. Makes for a long, cranky day when I'm having to go without Dr. Peppers to drink on, because I can't stand drinking on water, and I don't make a whole lot of sweet tea to drink on, and it's rare that I get Powerades or Gatorades and all, and Did even went around looking for some deer and turkey this morning. I saw about 18 eagles and 22 turkeys. So wasn't really all that bad. I want to enjoy my 2-day weekend and really ain't going to do nothing. I'm kind of saving everything I plan on doing for my birthday next week. So, and that'll be on a Wednesday, even though it is middle of the week. And most people want to wait till the weekends to celebrate their birthday. I'm going on vacation next week, so I'm going to celebrate my birthday Wednesday, even though I'm not going anywhere special for my vacation next week. I'm probably just going to sit back, relax, and do a few things around the house, and I'll be celebrating my birthday with y'all that day. So, thank you, Vanna, but that'll be Wednesday, and I'll be going live and celebrating with you. Well, at least you got a good bit of them to show up for your birthday, and happy late birthday for whenever that was, and hope you had a good birthday and everything. I probably just end up grilling out, and since I pretty much gave up drinking, there's not going to be no alcohol involved. I might pick up some of those THC gummies and see where it goes from there, and of course, so just have a relaxing day from work, not having to worry about that. I know one thing, work got a little crazy today. After that rain hit, everybody and their grandma started piling in like they was getting ready for the zombie apocalypse to hit, and in a 2-hour span, we made close to $3 million. That's how packed that store was. Everybody buying everything up. Guess everybody's going to be doing a lot of partying this weekend because most of the stuff they bought was over on grocery side, and then the alcohol aisle was completely empty by the time I left out. And they was calling some of the vendors to come back and refill the alcohol aisle because there was some people coming in through there as I was leaving pretty mad that Walmart didn't have no alcohol. But it's not like Walmart's the end all be all as far as coming to get your alcohol. Sad part is when somebody came through and got the last 24 pack of Bud Light, there was a fight that broke out. And they ended up breaking the whole case of Bud Light, and ended up getting arrested and taken off to jail. Neither one of them got any alcohol, and will more than likely have to spend the whole weekend in jail unless they was lucky enough to get bailed out before this evening was up. I ain't real for sure how that works because I've never been in trouble with the law. And raiding the cornfields for corn has officially began. That began today. That's the only reason I went looking after I got off of work, because last time I went out, the corn was right on the edge of being able to start to get and all that, and went out there and got a bag full of corn. Got a bag full of some of it for me, some of it for my dad, and the other guy that was with us got him 2 or 3 years. And so, we got round one of getting some corn snatched up and ready to go to eat on, and it'll probably be a little while longer before we get any more of it. And our streak of not getting caught still extends to 2 years now, and planning on keeping that going for a while, because like I say, we know the good spots to go to where nobody can really tell what's going on. And if somebody comes around, spots us there, and asks what's going on, we usually just say, hey, we got to having to use the bathroom. We just went inside the cornfield to use it, so nobody driving by will see us out there peeing and end up getting a whatever that charge is for pulling your privates out in the public. I ain't really for sure what that charge is called, but that's what our excuse will be if somebody comes through and sees us in the cornfield. But like I say, luckily we've never been caught. We're pretty smart about it. And in one of the little boxes the farmers left out by the cornfield, I left $40 there. Because, like I said, they know we're out there getting the corn. And it's one of those, you take a little, you give a little back. And I left $40. My dad left 30, and the guy we was riding with, he left $40 and a brand new case knife. So they should be pretty happy. Like I said, we only really took 2 bags of corn, and well, actually, you couldn't even consider the 4 he got. Even maybe a half a bag full, but that ought to last us for a while till the next round. And next time we go to do that, I'll make a little video out of it, show you how we do it, and think that might be something y'all interested in seeing. And if I can get you up here, Vanna, we can get you some garden fresh corn on the cob going on and get a little bit of an adrenaline rush while we're doing it. And then it's pretty much been a boring day since then. Got home and made hamburgers for supper, and that's pretty much been my day up until right about now. Came on here to see what y'all were up to today. But yeah, Vanna, me and Fawn was wondered about you yesterday when I did that short live stream, but I figured you was out with family having fun for the 4th, and where we go, it ain't really all that hard to find, because it's just to finding a spot where what few houses along the roads we're at are at. It's a matter of finding a spot to where they can't see what's going on. But like I say, they know people's going to stop by and get it, along with some of the wildlife, and whoever the other person here in our live stream is. Hey, how are you doing? Hop on in, talk to us. We don't all bite at the same time. But yeah, man, if you're ever up this way, and I can't remember if Pete's was on live stream. Like, I forget exactly what time it was. I went live last night. I think it was right around 7. It was about 7:45 when I went live last night, and I was probably on for maybe 15 minutes. So I was going to keep it short because I knew everybody was out and about celebrating the 4th of July, and Fawn showed up for a few minutes, and she had to go, and then I ended up going myself and ended up falling asleep about 20 minutes later. So that was pretty much my 4th of July. It wasn't really all that great, and it's kind of a relaxing day and everything, even though I had to work some of it. Ain't be much more of them bastards left to have to vacuum up. Or at least you want to think. I don't know how many ants live in a colony. But yeah, Walmart, or at least around here in the South, they don't close down for the 4th. They don't even close down early for it. They ain't going to lose out on that almighty dollar. And believe it or not, it was actually pretty busy yesterday. And we even did some grilling out at work. Even though I had to work, I did go out there and help out with it because I do love me some grilling. Because I'll even grill out in the fall and winter. I don't care. It can be. I've grilled out when it was snowing. What few times we got snow out there, I ain't missing out on a good grill. And then I woke up this morning, and I think it was about 3 o'clock, and I couldn't go back to sleep. So I decided to sit out for a minute, enjoy the night, my bad, enjoy the cool night air, and ended up seeing some deer out in that field behind where I lived at. And it was kind of freaky seeing them because I kind of showed my flashlight to them, and I seen like 8 pairs of eyes looking back at me. And if you didn't know any better and didn't know what you was looking at, you think he was looking at 8 different monsters looking at you. But there was about 8 deer out there. And they ain't that bad scary once you get used to them there, Miss Fanny. The only time they really become a pain is those moments when they decide to jump out in front of traffic and ruin everybody's day. Now, there ain't very many folklore around here about deer. About the only one that you'll really find scary about them is the skinwalker. And that's mainly because for its head, it's a deer skull with antlers on it. But there ain't, or at least up here in my part of the Appalachians, you ain't going to really hear many scary stories about deer and whatnot. Even though I uploaded a video about it here not too long ago, I'll make another mention of it here in the live stream. One of the folklores we got up here is the Alabama White Thing. Now, if you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a albino Bigfoot. And there's stories ranging from Birmingham all the way up into Tennessee, and all the way up to the Mississippi border and even parts of Georgia. Now, I've never seen one. I've never known of anybody that's seen it, but I have heard stories of it and heard people, they heard strange noises that could have been it. But as far as anybody around here that's seen it, ain't nobody seen it. I don't think it's real, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, I go on ghost hunts and I do believe in the supernatural, but when it comes to stuff like Bigfoots and the Wendigos and the all that other stuff, I really don't believe in those. Like I said, I gotta see it to believe it. Hey, Miss Font, how are you doing? I see you showed up a little late, but we've been holding it down. About the only thing really scary around here is when you run out of alcohol or weed. Hey, it's better late than never there, Miss Font. Oh, and in my case, when I run out of Dr. Pepper. And I'm hoping these stupid ants start running out of people to send up through the floor. I'm tired of having to vacuum those little buttholes. But yeah, Miss Fanna, I can't speak for, the other side of the state, but there ain't very much way in the folklore where I'm at. Because I'm up on the Sand Mountain portion of the Appalachian, which it was the tail end of the Appalachian there. Now, you ain't missed much, Miss Fa. Me and Vanna was talking about the weather and killing ants and Appalachian folklore about deer, even though deer's really not that scary. And but yeah, we actually had a boat on fire in the middle of the Tennessee River. It was on the third when that happened. I can't remember if I made mention on that. But there was a boat that actually caught fire in the middle of the Tennessee River. And one of the barges that came through stopped by and picked up the survivors that jumped in the water. And fire and rescue finally sent some boats out there and got the fire under control and put out, and got the survivors off the barge and made sure they was all right and got them back to the boat dock. I don't know what they did with the boat. What little I've read about it on Facebook, they really didn't make mention what they did. I'm assuming the fire marshal's going to want to look at it to see what happened, what caused the fire. I've been around boats. I've been around boats, on boats, ridden on boats, driven on enough times to know, and I'm taking a wild guess that it was probably something electrical that caused it. Not unless they might have had like a small gas leak where the fumes and all were getting out, and somebody was smoking on a cigarette and somehow got the fumes or the leak on fire. But my wild guess, without knowing the full details, probably electrical fire got started. I don't know what Rumble is. I don't have Rumble. Don't plan on getting it, so I guess I'm going to miss out on that video. But I'll catch the next one he puts out. Stupid ants. But that was about the only real adventure we had on Wednesday. And hopefully it's a pretty good video there, Miss Fawn. I'm sure it is. He puts out good ones. And like I was telling Vanna, I'm going to have a birthday live stream on Wednesdays, kind of celebrate my 40th birthday. And I'll be on vacation next week, so I'll be doing some grilling out and doing some fishing, even though they're calling for rain next week. But it's been in my experience, I catch more fish when I'm actually out there fishing when it's storming out. Don't know what makes them want to bite more when it's raining out, but the second it thunders, they'll quit. But as long as it's just pure rain going on, they'll bite every single time. That's for y'all non-fishers. That's a little bit of a tip to go on if you actually go. I'm taking a wild guess they don't let you make comments on there, Miss Fawn. And Vanna, I hope you didn't decide to leave us there since Miss Fawn showed up. Hope you're still sticking around. And like I say, I don't know what Rumble is. Never heard of it, so I doubt I'll check it out. Because I'm not really much on downloading a whole lot of apps on my phone. I got YouTube, of course, and I got Facebook and Snapchat. What little I use it, I barely even use it. And I have an Instagram that I barely get on. I mainly just see if family and friends posted on there, or maybe by you, and that's about it. I tried Telegram one time, but Telegram is a weird place to want to. All right, Miss Vanna, whenever you get done, you can join back in on the fun with us. But But Telegram's just a weird place. It didn't take me long to figure out that it was full of predators and pedophiles on there, so I ended up just deleting my account with them and deleting the whole app and uninstalling it, and haven't been back on there. It's really not a place for a sane person to want to be on there, not unless you enjoy listening to a bunch of pedophiles and predators talk. And I could actually care less about any of them. But I'm not going to get into all that, what I think they should do with them. Snapchat's alright. I really don't talk to nobody on there. Except for maybe every now and again I'll Snapchat a friend in Scottsboro. But I don't know, honestly, I really don't know why I have it, because I don't really post pictures on there. But it is fun seeing some of the stuff people put on there. And Miss Fun, like I was showing everybody else, I got me a whole bunch of Dr. Peppers, so I'm ready to go. And if you're wondering why I keep vacuuming up, there's ants coming through the floorboard on the floor, and I've been vacuuming up the last 30, 40 minutes, and those little buttholes haven't went away yet. Don't know what they got going on, but you would think after the last couple of days of vacuuming up, they'd run out of people to send up. I doubt I'll look into it there, Miss Fawn. Like I say, Instagram's alright. Bayou does post a few good things on there. But it's almost just like Facebook. But unlike Facebook, Instagram, Vanda, that's a guy we call Angry Cajun TV. Yeah, Bayou is a person. Angry Cajun TV is what he goes on here on YouTube. And part of his name, it is Bayou. And he's a paranormal investigator and reacts to the fake ones and all that. And I've been on a ghost hunt with him and met him a couple of times in person. But Instagram is a lot like Facebook. But instead of doing like putting words in on a Facebook update, it's mainly picture based. And you'll add some pictures and all that and put some kind of little caption under it, letting everybody know what's going on. And it's pretty interesting. And Facebook's alright, but it's coming a lot of drama-based crap. And it's easy for viruses to get spread around in your account to get a hack, so you got to be careful with it. And Twitter's a joke. I never cared for Twitter. I tried it for a couple of months, and I didn't see what the big deal was. It's basically just like Facebook. You just put up random thoughts and pictures, and that's about it. And I hated TikTok. Don't see what's so great of it. If you enjoy TikTok, that's no big deal. I ain't got nothing against you. I just don't care nothing for it. You're basically getting on there singing and dancing. I don't care too much for doing either one. At least not for people to watch anyway, because I ain't all that great at either one. Which, funny enough, I got a funny story about that. Back in the 90s when I was growing up, before I hit puberty, I was actually part of the choir at church, and went with them to singings and helped singings. And we used to have a thing. At least one Sunday a month, we would go down to the nursing home and go down there and sing some songs before the evening service and everything. And I used to go help them. And then when puberty hit and my voice changed, my ability to sing wasn't all that great. And I think I made it to about 13 years old and I quit singing. I already had supper, Miss Vaughn. I'm just having to kill ants. Those little buttholes are coming out of a little crack in the floor there. And the bad part is I got ant poison down, so I don't know how in the world it ain't killed them all yet. I ate before I came on here, and I had a hamburger steak, fried squash, boiled corn, and biscuits for supper. It was pretty good. It tasted even better knowing I got the corn out of a cornfield. So, it was a pretty good supper overall. And yeah, Miss Van, if you get a chance to look him up and you're into ghost hunting and reactions to the people who fake ghost hunting content, look him up. He's pretty entertaining. I wish that was the only thing I was having to deal with. I'm having to deal with those stupid ants. And yeah, Miss Vandy, you'll enjoy them. I know me and Miss Fawn does. But them earwig bugs, they're a pain, but they're good to take fishing. If you can catch enough of them to actually use for fish bait. And Vanna, since you're over there in Georgia, you may know where I'm talking about. But if you know anything about North Alabama, he's in Huntsville, which is right next to the county I live in, because I live in Jackson County. And me and him's met up a few times, went on ghost hunts and sort of shot the breeze and everything. He's a pretty good old guy. He recently bought a ranch that's haunted and made a couple of videos from there that's pretty entertaining. You can if you want, Miss Fawn. I'll end up taking them fishing with me. That's what they'll end up being used for. Because fish absolutely go crazy for them. I don't know why, but they absolutely love them. Y'all got big plans for the weekend? I really ain't going to do much other than going looking for deer and turkey and going to church on Sunday. And in the morning, our church is having their food drive, so our food pantry is going to be opened up. So it runs from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., so I'll be getting up pretty early going to help with that, and then just out riding around after that. And then once I get back home, probably nothing until Sunday, and then I'll be at church most of the day Sunday, if not all day. Churches down here in the South hit different. If you ain't never been to a church in the South, you're really missing out. And if you ain't never been to an all-black church, my English teacher would hate that sentence. Them stink bugs are horrible. I don't get a lot of them in the house, but if you ain't never been to an all-black church, I highly recommend it. Some of the best services you'll ever be a part of. And be prepared to be there for a while. Because I went to one time. It started at 10:30 in the morning. And we got out of there at almost 3 o'clock that evening and then turned around and had a 5 o'clock service. I was tired, I was hungry, I was thirsty, but overall it was a pretty good service. And those stink bugs, they're a pain, but they also make for a good fish bait. For whatever reason, it's all good, Miss Fawn. I didn't stay on much longer after you left, but it's all good. I knew everybody was celebrating the force. I didn't expect a whole lot of people to show up or even to stay for long. But but for whatever reason, the worse that the bait you're using smells, the more the fish will love it, and it'll better increase your chances of catching a fish. I don't know why that is, but I've noticed over the years, like I said, the more it stinks, the more they'll love it. So there's another little good tidbit for you. So if you ain't never been fishing and want to use a good bait to go fishing, find something that stinks to high heaven, take it with you, and the fish will absolutely eat it up. And if you can stand the smell and get you a pair of gloves you don't mind throwing away and cut off a piece of a skunk to add to your bait, and you'll catch some of the biggest fish you'll ever find in the world. I wouldn't eat the meat, though. It's going to stink all the high hell. Yeah, I've used a good bit of night crawlers over the year. I used them for catfishing because catfish love them. And they go absolutely crazy for it. And I'll add a little bit of chicken liver to go with it. And if you like brim and crappie fishing, get you some grub worms because fish will absolutely go crazy over those. Because there was one day back in, I think it was like the late 90s, early 2000s, the janitor at my school, to make a little extra money, would order some grub worms from up north. And me and my dad would go by his house and pick up 3 or 4 boxes of them. And one Saturday, we went and tried it out. Got started fishing about 7 o'clock in the morning. And by 6 o'clock that evening, we caught close to 1,000 fish just using grub worms. And by the time we got done, I was tired. I was burned all to high heaven. My arms hurt. We didn't keep none of the fish. That wasn't our intent to keep none of them. We was just curious and how good those grubs worms are. But we were thoroughly impressed and kept buying them all the way up until he died. Which sadly he died 5 years ago. Hated to see that. He was a great man and all, but from 1999, for I say, a good 21 years we bought that from and used them, and it never failed to catch us any fish, so I highly recommend getting grub worms. Yeah, I have a license to fish, which I got to get renewed before I get caught again for fishing without a fishing license. They kind of expired like 2 years ago, and I've been fishing a few times since then. And luckily, I only ever been caught one time in all my years of fishing without a fishing license. Yeah, minnows are pretty good for using to fish with, but they don't do that good here in the Tennessee River. Why don't you little butthole down already? But yeah, minnows here, they really don't catch a whole lot of fish here. I don't know why they don't like minnows around here. But yeah, fishing license around here for last up to a year, and they're somewhere right around 14, 15 bucks to get them, something like that, which ain't bad to get a whole. But if you want to get lifetime, that's like 250 bucks. Yeah, hopefully, hey, whoever jumped in here with us, if you want to join in on the fun talking, don't be scared. We don't bite too hard. As you can see, we talk about a little bit of everything. So if you got something you want to add to it, feel free to jump in and add to it. Which I'm proud of the 4 people we got in here. Well, I enjoy anybody that shows up or even watches it after I get done. So I can't complain none. I'm still fussing with YouTube about my community tab and why they disabled it. It keeps saying something about YouTube Kids or my content's made for kids, and I've sent complaints to them and all of that. I was like, hey, I didn't make that an option for when I started making videos. Not like my content can't be watched by kids, because there's really not a whole lot of profanity, if any. And I try to keep the innuendos down to the bare minimum. But YouTube's crazy. I don't know I ain't the only one having problems with them. They've been a pain to a lot of people. I've even tried uninstalling YouTube and reinstalling it, and that ain't really done nothing to help it out. So I have no idea what to do about that until YouTube does something on their end. Yeah, I ain't figured out why they took my community page away, because it's not like I said anything inappropriate on it. It's not like I put anything inappropriate on there or said anything inappropriate. As a lot of you have seen right before it got disabled, it's mainly just updates about the channel, about what part of Alabama I lived in, and a picture of that tornado that went through Henniger. And not long after I put up the picture where I lived, that's when they disabled it. So I don't know what's going on. And I also got my first community strike last month. And it was on a video I made last year. And they took the video down. Because on it, I forgot to change. It had on there safe for kids. And I didn't know about changing it to not safe for kids. Because at that time, I didn't pay attention to stuff like that. And apparently, since the video I was talking about that time I tried to commit suicide and had it marked safe for kids, I got a community strike off of it. So I'm assuming that might have something to do with it. And well, I don't know how to get that changed back there, Miss Vanna, because I never put that on as a set. Because I don't remember ever having that set on there where it's made for kids and all that, but I'll probably look into it after I get on from here to see if I can actually change that. Because, like I said, I make content for everybody. So, kind of crazy they went into all that. But considering I'm such a small channel, last time I checked, I think I got like 60 subscribers. or somewhere along that line, which I'm thankful for every one of them I got. Yeah, I got the YouTube Studio app. I've tried looking all over it, but ain't figured out how to get the setting changed off of that to where I could get my community tab back up. Yeah, whenever I go to make videos or do a live, I have to turn off kids mode every single time. And even when I get done with the live and put it up on, it goes to upload on here, I have to change it from private to visible where everybody can see it. That don't help out with the community tab, Miss Vanna. I tried that out, and it hadn't helped out in the first bit on being able to get my community tab back up. Because as Miss Fawn can tell you, you can still put content or comments under my videos I upload, but the community tab where I can keep everybody informed on stuff without having to do a video is where I'm having the problem at. And every video I've watched and everything I tried looking up on the internet hasn't really showed me anything that would work or I didn't already know. So I don't know. Hopefully we'll get it figured out and I'll be able to start posting there again. Because it's been well over a month since I've been able to put a community post on there. So I don't know what's going on. Hopefully YouTube will check out my little email I sent to them and look into it and change it from their end because I have no idea what's going on with them. And part of my vacation, I'm thinking toward next weekend. And next time I catch a video, heads up, I might. It's most of the time when he uploads a video, I'm either at work, at a friend's house, or doing something. I'm kind of late to the party on getting to talk to him. So I kind of hope I'll be able to ask somebody who might know. All right, those buttholes are starting to slow down on coming in. So I'm hoping I got a majority of them killed off. And hey, at least we was able to maintain 4 of us in here for a while. Hopefully whoever's still hanging out here with us will start talking to us. No pressure or whatever. If you enjoy listening to us, that's all well and good. And hope you're enjoying everything. And hopefully your weekend's going pretty good. And one of the guys I go to church with brought over a couple of bags of squash and cucumbers. So I've already pickled the cucumbers and been eating on the squash some, and it's usually pretty good making fry. I don't recommend boiling it and eat it because it just tastes too slimy. Right there in the floor, right there between those crack of that little spot right there. Don't know why they're coming up from right there. Don't know what got them started. But I did set some poison out under that little table I got sitting right there. And it hasn't slowed them down none. So I only put it out yesterday. So So hopefully it'll start taking effect. I can't believe you ain't never tried for a squash there, Miss Van. It's pretty good. Kind of trying to describe the taste to it. It's almost about like eating a fried potato once you get done cooking them, except for they a little bit softer to bite into. Now frying them's the best way to make them, because if you boil it, it's about like, I know this is going to be a little bit graphic, nasty to say, but it's about like eating on a booger if you boil them. So fry them in some flour. Put them in some flour and get them good and cold, covered in flour, and fry them up. That's some of the best eating you'll ever have. And fried green tomatoes is real good. But the bad part is around here, nobody really grows a whole lot of green tomatoes. We mainly just grow those red ones. So I'm sure you could eat them raw. I don't know of anybody that's has, but I'm sure you can. I just don't know how good they'll taste. And gourds are all right, but around here, we'll actually hollow out the gourds and turn them into birdhouses. And you wouldn't believe how many birds will flock to those and turn them into little nests for their to have babies with. Because that's what my grandma used to do every spring, was get a whole bunch of gourds together, call them out, and make at one point she had 25 of them setting up on this big old long metal pole, and every single one of them had a bird and nest in it. I don't know if that's something that was their parents taught them or whatever. I don't know how they came across doing that. You know how old timers are on doing stuff. And I'm sure they saw somebody done it or just got the bright idea to do it, but birds absolutely love it and will flock to it to make nests out of. So if you enjoy birds and enjoy having them around, get you some gourds, put them up somewhere high, and just watch them come in and make nests. You'll never be disappointed. And as long as you keep them up and they don't get messed up and tore up and damaged and all that, they'll keep coming back to them for years. Even the babies will come back when they get older. I've had some pickled eggs. They're pretty good. Been a while since I've had some pickled eggs, but they are good. I think the last time I had a pickled egg was sometime last year. And I can't even remember where I was when I even had it, to be honest with you. But those pickled eggs are pretty good. Pickled squash is real good. And believe it or not, it's not a Slim Jim, but it's that little meat that you can get that's probably about that like that and that big around. That it's almost like a Slim Jim, but you can pickle those. It's kind of like a sausage, a pickled sausage. You may imagine, you could say, and it's real good. And yeah, Miss Van, I highly recommend trying it. Because I will bet you every last red cent I have in my wallet that if you try the pickled egg, you will absolutely love it. Some of the best tasting eggs you'll ever have. I wouldn't recommend cooking it, but what I've seen a lot of them do is they'll hard boil them and then put it in vinegar and let it get pickled and everything, then move it to another jar. Uh, and they're real good. I'm sorry to hear about your loss there, Miss Fawn. It's never easy losing a parent. It's hard to let them go and everything. So, I'm sorry for your loss. If there's ever a time you need to talk, there's a community over here, over at Angry Cajun TV. We'll come together and listen. And because, like I said, it's never losing a parent or a loved one. And it takes a long time to really get over. At least it did me when my grandparents passed away. I hope it wasn't the coronavirus. I hope he didn't get that. Because that's a rough way to want to go out. You're welcome, Miss Fan, or Miss Fawn. And of all the people that I know of that had the coronavirus, only one ever really passed away from it. That was my cousin 4 years ago. That's like my cousin you've seen in my videos a few times. She got it twice, but thankfully survived it. And even though I know death comes for us all eventually, I don't let it bother me none. Even though I do hate to see someone I love or care about pass away, uh, the thought of me eventually passing away, thank you, Miss Vanna. He wasn't really one of the well liked ones, so I know this is bad to say, but hated to see him go because I actually liked him and got along with him. And every time he'd want to butt heads over something stupid, I'd butt heads with him. But like I was saying, I know death comes for us all eventually. Hate to see, hate to lose loved ones and friends and all that, but I'm not really all that scared about passing away. If it happens, it happens. And when it happens, I'm well and truly prepared for it. And I've lost quite a few over my time, over the years, friends and family. Lost a few people I went to school with, even a few teachers, and it's just absolutely horrible to have to deal with. Kind of makes you not want to go out and make any friends or have anything to do with your family and everything. But in the long run, you end up missing out on making so many memories because you can't be scared of death. And yeah, it's sad when it happens, but all you can really do is, just think back on the wonderful memories you made along the way, and just keep living life the best that you can. Because I know there'll be some hard days along the way, but I'm sure. Hey, Mr. Scapegoat, how are you doing today? Hope everything your way is going all right. And welcome to the show that I call Alive. Hope you've been enjoying the videos and everything I've been putting up. Had no reason to be shy around us, as you can see. Uh, we all get along pretty well around here. And I'm guessing you came over from Chantal's little community. Vanna and Fawn. I don't know if you know who Chantal or Foodie Booty is. Uh, she is definitely a head scratcher and a little bit entertaining and a head scratcher to watch. I'll give her that. She is definitely a lot more fun than Amber Lynn to watch. But if you ain't never really watched her, I recommend us watching her. You'll definitely get your entertainment's worth out of watching her. And I know I'm the last person to really say anything about somebody's weight, but she's on up in her size. She's a French Canadian that married a Muslim and moved over to Kuwait to live with him and converted to his religion. And needless to say, it has been interesting. Now, I'll say this, even though I'm not a huge fan of hers, it is ridiculous watching some of the people make fun of her weight like they are. And I will agree on some of the things she does say that. If you're going to dislike somebody, don't let the fact about how much they weigh be it. It's more of her attitude that throws me off. But I do find her a whole lot more entertaining than Amber Lynn anyway. I was hoping the change in where she lived at would help her out some on losing weight. And I'm still kind of holding out that she'll lose some weight while over there, but it's not looking good. Even like I say, I'm not really a hater of hers, but I'm also not a fan. I guess I'm one of those that's on the fence. And I'm one of those when she does something right and everything. When she starts to lose weight, when she's having a fun, I'll give her a pat on the back and be like, "Hey, good job." And even when she does something wrong, I don't go full on hatred mode. I'll actually just be like, give her some constructive criticism because I know what it's like to try to lose weight. Even though I've lost 250 pounds over the last couple of years, I do know the struggles of trying to lose weight, and it is definitely horrible. And hello to the fifth person that jumped in here with us. I hope you're all right and doing all right. And hopefully you want to join in on the conversation with us. And I don't hate anybody either, Miss Fawn. But like I said, Chantal, she's one of them you want to actually cheer for. And when I started watching her, it was right in the middle of Crackhead Olympics. And, well, I don't blame you like Skate. Well, like I say, I find that sometimes it's hard to like her and cheer for her and everything. So, I'm not going to jump all over you, Case, for not liking her. So, I'm one of them. Everybody's free to their own opinion on whether you like somebody or you don't. So, I'm not going to hold it against you, and I'm still going to enjoy having you as a subscriber and everything. I think the last live she did sounded like she wasn't really doing too awful good. Well, we had 2 people leave, so I guess it's back down to the 4 of us again. Yes, man. I hope you're still here with us. I kind of hope you understand my viewpoint on her. Like I said, I don't hate her, and uh, but I also don't like her. I'm kind of on the fence. Oh, you mean ALR? Yeah. Now Amber Lynn Reed is a whole nother story. That uh, some of the stuff she's done, Chantal couldn't even come close to even doing. Now, if you don't know anything about Amber Lynn Reed, Amber just quit taking Ozempic because supposedly, and the air quotes on that, the doctor told her to quit taking it. But then again, if you ain't never followed Amber, she's one of those that she'll start something and she'll start losing weight, and the second things become uncomfortable, she'll come up with an excuse on why she's got to quit it. And it's never her fault. And she's got close to 600 pounds, if not a little more. Uh, she'll never admit she was over 600 pounds, but there's kind of a theory that she did get over it at one point. But if you ain't never followed Amber Lynn Reed, here's a little backstory on her. She's a yeah, that is kind of a butt backwards thing to want to do. That kind of works against Ozempic on being able to lose weight, so I don't understand why she did that. Other than the fact that she ain't too bright and she's admitted that. But she's abused and cheated on every partner she's been with. Uh, and she may or may not have been the reason why Destiny's cat came up missing. We can't flat out prove she was the reason why her cat came up missing, but all likelihood, everything points toward Amber being the reason. Uh, yeah, no, losing weight, you will have some discomfort with it. Because right before I started losing weight, I was right on the edge of being 600 pounds myself. And I stopped eating fried foods for a while. I started exercising. I started going for walks. I cut down on how much sweets I was eating. I don't eat a whole lot of bread, or not like I used to. And I cut down on my portion size. And before I knew it, I lost 250 pounds. Yeah, I got some ice cream waiting on me too, Miss Fawn. I got me some of that toffee ice cream. But yeah, for those that end up watching this, or is currently watching it, you don't know who Amber Lynn Reed or Foodie Booty is, go look them up. Go watch some of their videos. And I guarantee you will have an interesting time. I got some of them toffee ice creams in there. That's my favorite kind to get. But back to Chantal, I came across her during the Crackhead Olympics. For somebody on the outside looking in, that sounds kind of crazy. But you have to know a guy that she used to date that she called Natty Daddy. Go back and watch that era of her uploads and live streams. And you will know what we're talking about, and you will have plenty of things to talk about when you get back. And if I can figure out, since I don't have a laptop or a computer, I want to try and see if I can figure out a way to do it on my phone here and do some reactions to their content they make. Well, not only them, but to like TV shows, music videos, or music, and stuff like that. See if I can get some of that content going. I think I finally started making a dent in those stupid ants. I'm kind of, and Miss Vanna and Scapegoat. I don't mean this in the bad way, but I am kind of surprised people from their community has made their way over here and subscribed to me and got to be part of my community. But I don't know how y'all found me, but I am thankful y'all made y'all's way over here. And like I say, I try to keep my neutrals about, or my views and opinions on Chantal neutral, because I'm actually cheering for her to succeed, because I believe she'll put more effort into wanting to save her life than Amberlynn Reed will. Oh yeah, Pete's is pretty interesting to watch. Miss Fawn, if you ain't never watched Pete, or it's Life by Pete's or something like that. Or no, it's Pete's of Mind. Peetz of Mind. He's actually pretty fun and everything. He's an interesting fella. He's one of those that used to be. He was friends with Chantal. Yeah, Pete's of My Mind is it. Thank you, Miss Vanna. Kind of slipped my mind on what that other part of his name. But Miss Fawn, if you ain't never listened to him, I highly recommend going to watch him. When he's not doing live streams, he's pretty fun to listen to, Miss Fawn. I highly recommend him, and I don't recommend anybody unless I personally listen to him and got a pretty high opinion of him. But I do recommend going to subscribing to him because he mainly does live streams, and when he's not doing live streams, he uploads content about this video game. He's really interactive with his community, and it may take him a while to get around to saying, "Hey, everybody, once a live stream gets started." But whatever you bring up to talk about, he'll talk about it. He don't care what, as long as it's something that doesn't make him mad anyway. Because I will admit, his temper tantrums when he has them on live stream are absolutely hilarious to listen to. I think the last one I heard him have was somebody was making fun of him, the fact that he feels like a woman trapped in a man's body, and or at least the last time he mentioned it, he was, and somebody they're not as bad as they was. I think I've done killed a lot of them, hoping they kind of slow down and go away. Which I don't have anything against transsexuals. I mean, if that's something you want to do and something you get into and you got the money to do it, hey, more power to you. As long as you're not doing anything illegal or trying to force your lifestyle on other people, I don't really care. What you do behind closed doors is your business. And, but I guess that's all I got to say about that anyway. And Scapegoat, I don't know if he's still here with us, but you can jump back out and join the chat with us if you want and everything. We already been on here for an hour and 16 minutes already. Oh, it looks like that rain they was hollering we was going to get at, I think it was about 5:30, 6 o'clock. It's absolutely missed us. Well, I think I want to go ahead and call it an evening and everything. I enjoyed this live stream. Got plenty of people chatting back and forth, and I highly enjoyed it. And I hope everybody has a good rest of their evening. And I'll try to do another live stream between now and Sunday, even though it'll be a short and sweet one. But I hope everybody. I won't there, Miss Van. Think I've got it to the point where they're about done for the night. But y'all have a good rest of y'all's evening, and I will see y'all in the next video.